Hi, I'm Anthony at Leap to Drive. If you're already a student of Leap to Drive, then you'll have access to the VIP members page via a password where you can view videos about what to expect on your driving test. I just want to quickly explain the differences during August as the driving test is still affected by the pandemic. You're asked to arrive at the driving test centre about 5 minutes before the test is due to commence. In Malton, you'll simply park outside the test centre on the road, whilst in York and Scarborough, you'd be expected to reverse into a bay directly outside the driving test centre. You wait outside. The examiner will come out to you and they will call your name. When you approach the examiner will ask you to remove your face mask, which must be worn during the test itself. The reason they ask you to remove it just for a moment is so that they can check your driving licence photograph against how you actually look. They will then ask you if you have a pen. You should have a pen with you. Your instructor will probably provide it. They will ask you to read the declaration which says that you've lived in this country for at least 6 months in the last 12 and that your car is insured for the purposes of a driving test. You will sign a piece of paper to say that that declaration is true, and the examiner will tell you that you can keep that piece of paper and keep the pen. Having checked your driving licence, the examiner will then ask you to read the number plate of a motor vehicle slightly more than 20 metres away. Once you've read the number plate successfully, they will go across to your car, and whilst doing so, they will probably say to you, "Would you like me to tell you what happens on your driving test?" They will give you a very brief explanation. I'm going to ask you to drive in a variety of different road and traffic conditions. I want you to follow the road ahead at all times unless traffic signs or road markings tell you otherwise. You will carry out a reversing exercise during your test, and you might carry out an emergency stop. You will carry out an independent drive lasting approximately 20 minutes. And that's the explanation. The independent drive may be with a satellite navigation system, or it might be following road traffic signs. 4 in 5 tests are with a satellite navigation system. When you get to your vehicle, the examiner will ask you a safety question, sometimes referred to as show me, tell me. Again, if you are a student of Leap to Drive, you will have access to the VIP member page via a password, and you will be able to view videos on both the tell me questions and the show me questions. So you'll know exactly what to expect, and your instructor should go through these questions and answers with you before your test, so you should be familiar with them. The driving test lasts for about 35 to 40 minutes. However, if you do not pass the test, then it is terminated immediately and the examiner will direct you back to the test centre. I hope that explanation is useful to you, and if you have a driving test coming up, at Leap to Drive, we wish you good luck.